everyone, and welcome back. So it's Monday, it is time for Reacts, and this time we have a follow-up. So, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a video where I reacted to Zigzag taking on AI. Well, he's back with a second video. This one, can Google's AI beat a pro player at Geoguessr? So it looks like maybe he's upped the ante a little bit, maybe figured out some of those bugs that we saw in the last episode of this, where basically every few times it'd shut down, things like that. Maybe those bugs have been fixed already. And are we going to see AI take the crown? Let's get into it.
It's Zigzag here. Welcome back to another Geoguessr video, and welcome to another video with the Google Gemini AI. So, if you guys are not familiar, this AI actually is able to screen share with you and play.
Okay, so it is the same AI, which is interesting because, again, is this just a follow-up where they fix the bugs? Because, you know, when Rainbow did this, it was like a different generation or different type, and, you know, he's going back to the same AI, which is a standard AI. Like, this is an AI that everyone can use. I think that's also what makes it a little bit different, and somebody did mention this in the comments. Rainbow was using a very specific type of AI that wasn't open to the public. This one is, which is very different. It could be a game changer for a lot of people, and especially helpful on helping you learn things, as Zigzag said in the last episode.
Geoguessr along with you, giving you the answers, and I thought it'd be really interesting to pit it up against an up-and-coming young Geoguessr player who is in the top rank of the game. That is Sponge TGS.
Aha, okay. So this is where it's a little bit different. Basically, it's taking on somebody like that. Okay, so it's not Zigzag it's taking on. It's taking on somebody else that's like an up-and-comer that's potentially going to be at the top levels in the next few years. Very different, fair enough, because we've seen what it does against, you know, the best, or at least, you know, those in the top echelons. So putting it up against somebody like this, is it going to take them down?
Sponge, the gaming Sponge. How are you today, Spongy?
I'm doing good. I didn't think I was an up-and-coming young player, but I'll take it.
Absolutely. So you're around 1300 rated at the moment. That puts you around the bottom of the very top rank in the game, right? So what could you say about your level?
I'm loving that. At the very bottom of at the bottom of the very top, like still at the top flight. Like you could have just said, so you're at the top. You're at the top flight. Like. I love the way he's put that. It's like you're at the bottom of the very top. So he's in the very top then. Like, you're still... Yeah, anyway.
Level in general.
It's pretty inconsistent, but I think the bottom of champion is where players are finally starting to get good, but I'll miss a lot of locations. So I think I pit pretty well against an AI, because they sort of do the same thing.
And it's definitely the case that you've got hundreds of hours in Geoguessr. You're quite an experienced player. You've been around for a long time, an Australia expert, all of that stuff.
Indeed, yeah. Too many games for my elo.
Yeah. So that is going to be interesting to see if an AI can beat someone.
Okay, so the up-and-comer might be a bit of a jokey thing then. So this is like taking on number 500 in the world at tennis. Like, they should beat you because they're still way better than everyone else, but you fancy your chances. That's the kind of level we're dealing with, it would seem, I think.
Someone who's legitimately an experienced player. That's what we're going to find out. I'm going to ask you to guess after the AI.
It's not like
AI
taking on me or Jack Sucks in geography.
And we'll hear also Sponge's thought process over on his side. So, guys, I think it's time for me to hop out of the call with Sponge, hop into the call with Gemini, and Sponge, I'll talk to you after the duel, okay?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Good luck, have fun.
Now, this is going to be an interesting point. I made this point last time, is that a lot of the guesses from AI, in my mind, were directed by Zigzag. A lot of the guesses, he narrowed it down. He put the last spot in. So, how much is that going to play into it? Because what you need, really, is an AI that can place the thing itself. But obviously, that's not what you can do with Copilot, but with Google's AI. But I wonder whether it's, yeah, you're playing AI, but you're also playing one of the top players in the world, Zigzag. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that, because I think, I'm going to put a guess out there right now. I think the AI is going to do better because of Zigzag. Let me know what you think about that. But now, don't tell me at the end and then go, oh yeah, no, I knew this all along. Tell me now.
Okay, so now we're on aistudio.google.com. We're going to show Gemini our screen. Hello, Gemini. We're going to be playing some Geoguessr
English,
today.
so a cup of tea,
and I
obviously.
want you to play against my friend Sponge and see if you
Do
can
let me know
beat
how
him
the
in
audio
a one
is
versus
again, because I know we've had issues with this. Always.
You want me to play against your friend Sponge in a 1 versus 1 game. I'm ready to play if that's what you want me to do.
Okay, so our objective is to guess closer than Sponge. We each have 6,000 health, and whoever loses all their health first is the loser. So let's see. This is the first image. Where do you think in the world this will be? Give me a specific place.
Okay, it looks like you're playing a game of Geoguessr, and you've started with the first round.
One Geoguessr, no. And it looks like you're doing that. It's just told you. Like, I feel like even ChatGPT and like Claude and things like that would actually be better. And you can get ChatGPT to do this. But it has to be on individual images at a time. So I suppose it's a bit different. You'd have to basically screenshot it, I guess. But,
Round. Based on the storefront with Apotek written on it and the look of the architecture, I'd guess this is somewhere in Scandinavia, maybe Sweden.
Okay, given that you think this is Sweden, I'm going to need an exact place.
Looking at the map and the town depicted in the image, I'd guess
there's also a fucking Volvo in the... right there. So...
somewhere like the province of Uppland. How close am I?
Could you tell me where that province is relative to the whole country? I'm unfamiliar.
Uppland is located on the east coast of Sweden, just north of Stockholm.
Okay, so apparently Uppsala is called Upland in English. I did not realize that. Let's guess.
What? No, because... Has that just straight translated it? Because I've never heard anyone call it... It's just Uppsala, right? That's what I've always called it, Uppsala. It's Uppsala on all English maps that I've seen. Upland isn't a thing. So here's the thing. So immediately we have Uppsala, and he's put it in. If it is this area, cool. But I wonder how close that guess makes it as well.
And see if Sponge is going to be closer or if we're going to be closer.
What is that? German? Swedish Pole? And no Europe Strip. I would call this a regulation Sweden. Don't know what's with the language on the wall, but hey.
I love the regulations.
Sweden. Yeah, this just seems like just a regulation Sweden round. Somewhere urban. Big, but not massive. Ooh.
So here we were. We were 169 points closer than Sponge there.
Okay, it looks like you were closer than Sponge in the first round
So
of
that was just
Geoguessr,
full
earning
that was
169 more
fully
points.
Gemini.
You now have 4,450 points compared to Sponge's 4,281.
Next round here we
So
have
that
a bit
is
of
far
landscape
beyond, I
going
think,
on.
what other
Could you
AIs
tell
can
me
do.
which
Just see the
state,
screen.
province, whatever you think we're in, so that we can get closer than Sponge?
This looks like a wide open area with a straight road and wheat fields. Based on this and the style of the road, I would guess this is somewhere in the Midwestern United States or maybe even the Canadian prairies, perhaps somewhere like Saskatchewan.
Okay, I'm going to place my marker in Saskatchewan. Is there a particular town?
Uh-huh. Literally gave him two options. And because of the size of Canada and the size of the US, that reduction in points, I'm assuming it's Saskatchewan. I'm going with Zigzag here. I would have gone US, but I'm not as good as Zigzag, fucking clearly. But Zigzag didn't say pick between the two. He didn't say which of these do you think is best. Which of these do you think He literally just went, okay, I'm going to do Saskatchewan. Let's actually, you know what? Let's go back on that. I want to see again what it says specifically here, and then what he decides.
A wide open area with a straight road and wheat fields. Based on this and the style of the road, I would guess this is somewhere in the Midwestern United States or maybe even the Canadian prairies, perhaps somewhere like Saskatchewan.
Okay, I'm going to place my marker in.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. He specifically, Gemini specifically says two different areas. He said Midwest United States first. Zigzag went, okay, I'll put it in Saskatchewan. The size difference of the two countries means that would have been a massive point loss if Gemini is right and if Sponge doesn't get it right or does get it right. So I don't think we're getting a real test of Gemini. I said this last time. I think we're getting a really good test of Zigzag with Gemini.
In Saskatchewan, is there a particular town or locality?
Let me know what you
within
think about that in
Saskatchewan
the
which I
comments
should
below.
guess?
Am
Since
I
it's a
being
wide open
overly
area,
harsh there?
and I'm guessing
Let me know.
somewhere in
Let me know in the
Saskatchewan.
comments
I'll go with a
because
central
I think
location
we're
like
not getting
Saskatoon.
the proper
Okay,
test.
I'm gonna guess near Saskatoon here. Let's
I don't
see
think we're
where
getting a
it
good
is.
test at all.
Classic Midwest or Iowa, Nebraska. I don't know the middle
See,
of the
I would
US.
have gone
Bit of a
there
crapshoot.
as well.
East-West Road. Maybe I just put it in Nebraska. Okay, Gemini's in. Oh, that looks alright. Could be that. Not really. Oh, bugger me.
Okay,
So Sponge specifically went Midwest. He immediately went Midwest, and I would have gone the same thing. And AI gave that as an option, but the person who knows it better and has played all of the maps went, "Oh, I'll go for the other option." How many points? He's knocking off their 1,900 points. Why did he not ask it to choose? Because we don't know. Maybe AI would have said, no, it's more likely to be Saskatoon by itself. But that's not what happened, is it? Let me know in the comments about this, because I don't know if I'm being overly harsh. Whether it's maybe just someone edited it out, which it could be, I don't know. But it seems strange to have edited that out. Like, what do you think? Am I being overly harsh? Because I feel like Zigzag, and I don't think Zigzag's doing this on purpose. It's just natural for him to do that because his knowledge is just automatically kicking in, and he's not trying to do that because he's so used to kind of helping people be better at Geoguessr. Jack sucks at geography. Zerka, Lannon, or oh my god, what the hell is he called on his channel now? Fuck. You know who I mean though, the Australian. Oh my god, the Australian YouTuber that I've completely got out of the head. But he's used to helping out people. He's used to doing that. So I think he's just in that mode of just going, okay, well, look, we'll go with this one because that's the right one. So I think it's just Laser Beam. Jesus, I went with his real name rather than, yeah, Laser Beam. He's done it for those three people, at least that I've seen. And I'm sure many others. So
actual location was Edmonton, but Sponge guessed in Nebraska, so you were significantly closer.
Okay, it looks like you were closer than Sponge in the second round of Geoguessr.
Yes,
you guessed
Zigzag
Saskatoon,
was.
but you were much closer than Sponge, who guessed Nebraska.
That's true. Okay, next round here has loaded in. Can you tell me which part of the world you think this is?
Okay, this image looks like it's in a tropical or subtropical region with red soil and dense vegetation.
So
I would guess this is somewhere in
Brazil?
South America, perhaps in Brazil.
As usual, I want something more specific. Could you please give me a
See, as usual, I want something more specific. But, okay, he did not do this in the last round. He actively did not do that. That's going to irritate me because, again, I don't think he's done it on purpose. I think it was an automatic just kick in. But this time it specifically mentioned the country, hasn't it? First round, it said Sweden. This round, it said Brazil. The last round, it mentioned two countries, and he picked. He is the one that's making it far better. Because Brazil is the option here. Maya, I'm hoping you're still viewing my videos, is the reason that I knew that before it mentioned it. Because I got told about the areas. I think the darker red soil is more north, right? I think that looked darker to me. I think I'm right. If I remember the notes. But, like, this would last a lot longer. This back and forth between them. But 1,900 points off?
province or state which I should guess in.
Given the red soil and vegetation and the style of the road, I'd guess this is somewhere in the state of Minas Gerais in Brazil.
Okay, I'm gonna guess Minas Gerais. This one though, Gemini, I think you might be wrong. I think this is gonna be somewhere in Bolivia, maybe towards, I'm not sure, the southern part of Bolivia here.
Interesting.
Sucre or something like that.
If there's now red soil in Bolivia I didn't know about, I'm gonna be pissed.
Dude.
God damn.
This is a daunting location for a
'Cause
player
it's
like
red
me,
soil.
because it
I'd go
feels
Brazil.
like it could be anywhere in
I'd have gone
South
northern
America.
Brazil, though.
With the soil, maybe Bolivia. The play is looking.
Fuck,
rather
Bolivia as well
I'm scared of
now.
Bolivia. In fact, I might go Bolivia. In which case, I'm scared of
God
Brazil.
damn.
Okay, that's fine.
And
It
there
was
we go,
Bolivia.
Sponge picking up.
Okay, now did he do this? Someone in the comments, how the fuck? Because I went for the same thing as AI. God damn it, I thought I was good there. I thought I was good saying that. Jesus! Someone in the comments, please, how do I distinguish between Bolivia and Brazil? Because to me, that seemed South America, red soil, Brazil. That's what's in my head. That's what I've known from things. And I know there's like 50 different other things, but that's always held me true. I would have gone northern Brazil, so I wouldn't have gone the same as AI went there. But I'd have gone northern Brazil because it looked darker red. What? Someone help. Jesus! I hate the fact I have to keep learning. No, I don't. I love learning. But like,
Big points here. Bolivia on Minas Gerais. As we heard, the AI did not respond to what I just said. So I believe the AI has just dropped out, as it sometimes does. So we'll load it back in here and prepare for the next round. But as a little aside here, it's a very even duel so far. I thought the AI might go Brazil there. The Bolivian coverage is just so distinctive. But
no, this isn't even. This is the thing, because actually, AI would be behind now, potentially, because it said US or Canada. It gave two options. Would it have still gone Saskatoon if Zigzag had given it the option of pick one? That's the difference, because that took a massive chunk off. It could well have been behind right now.
Brazil. So let's get it back here. I think the AI will have an advantage over Sponge on a pure landscape guess like this one though. Can you tell me where this image is, specifically the province or canton or state here?
Based on the image, it looks like it might be somewhere in Europe, probably France or Germany. The landscape shows fields and a paved rural road, which are common in those regions.
Again, because we're placing down a specific marker onto the map where
More
we think it is, I need you to tell me an exact
France?
province or something like that.
Based solely on the image and considering the landscape, I'm gonna guess this is in the province of Luxembourg in Belgium. What do you think about that?
It seems like a reasonable guess based on the landscape, so let's guess there and see where Sponge is gonna go.
See, I would have gone France. I don't even think about Belgium when it comes to this. I've said so many times before, Germany and France have very similar to the UK, especially France, more than that. But the road, that literally reminds me of a road when I have been to France, which I'm from the UK. I've been to France a lot. Like that looks like a road that I've cycled down. Literally one that I've cycled down. It's probably, well, it's almost definitely not if it's in Belgium, but yeah.
If I had to guess myself here, I would say it's probably France, but I'm not entirely sure either.
Okay, that reassures me a little bit.
It could be a sneaky Luxembourg angle, I can't lie. Bit of wind power, a little bit hilly. I'd go Luxembourg here, maybe a bit of Belgium. 23, maybe West Germany instead. Maybe West Germany is actually the best place to guess in general, but I'll just go Luxembourg for fun.
Also, did AI just call...
I want to go Luxembourg here. I feel
Luxembourg part of Belgium.
Or East, West Germany.
Or is there a part of Belgium called Luxembourg and I'm just being really dim?
Yeah, West Germany was right.
Look at that. It was Germany there.
Damn.
And Sponge guessed in Luxembourg, which made him slightly closer, but it was a very close one there.
All right, so the last location
France.
was in Germany, and it looks like Sponge was slightly closer, which is interesting. Now it's on to the next round.
And this does mean that Sponge would have likely been ahead.
Highway in a more arid area. Do you have any idea where that may be?
Well, I'm really looking for your answer here. Now, I want you to tell me the
Now, you're saying that now, Zigzag, but we've already seen that you didn't quite get that on one of the rounds.
exact place, specifically the state that we might be in here. And I warn you that Sponge is one of the best players at Australia in the world, so you're gonna have to lock in here. I know you already know it's Australia anyway because of the eucalyptus trees, so that's no giveaway.
Do I have to say it? He literally just told the AI where the fuck it was. Now, yes, absolutely, AI was going to get it. But AI isn't always perfect. It does muck up sometimes. It does misidentify things. He's just told it where it is. And just going, oh yeah, but I know you knew the answer. It's like doing that in a quiz. How many times does that happen in quizzes and even on TV with like the chase and things like that? It's, oh, I know you knew what it is, and they're going, actually, I didn't. I know he's not doing it on purpose, but he is letting AI slide so much on this.
I see that this new image looks like a highway in Australia because of the eucalyptus trees. Based on...
Now he's going... as if to go, see, I knew it. No, because of that. You just fucking told it that. Like, you just told it that, and it responds to the... I know it would have done that, but it can go wrong. It glitches anyway. We've seen it glitch actively and depart from the conversation. Am I being too harsh? Somebody in the comments, please tell me. I am not accusing Zigzag of doing this or anything like that. I think it's completely accidental, but I think he's overestimating AI, for one, in things like this specifically, and he's accidentally helping it without realizing it, because to him it's so obvious that of course it would be obvious to AI, like Saskatoon, like Australia.
On that and the general look of the landscape, I would guess that this is in the state of New South Wales. Is that correct?
Yes, I like your guess. I think it might be New South Wales. Now, could you tell me maybe...
Yes, is that correct? Yeah, I think you're right. Again, he's reinforced it. He didn't go, you need to tell me. I can't tell you whether it's New South Wales or not. You tell me. He's just gone, yeah, okay, whereabouts? Is about to say, whereabouts in New South Wales? Again, he's reinforced it rather than allowed it to do it itself. Because sometimes when you ask AI to be more specific, it completely changes its fucking mind. I mean, I'm definitely not the only one that's seen that. So,
the nearest big town it would be near, or maybe the name of the road, because New South Wales is a very big place and we want to be as close as possible.
Based on the map and the view in the image, it looks like you're somewhere on the Newell Highway, which runs through New South Wales. The closest big town appears to be the city of Dubbo. Would you say that's accurate?
Okay, so we're guessing the Newell Highway, which is the A39 here.
that bit,
near
I do
Dubbo.
think when it asked him a
Let's see
question,
if
then
that's
that he
correct.
did edit
I
that out. That
personally
looked like
think this might be the A32 or something like that. It's one of the ones that leads out of city. No, I think it's the A31 leading down to Aubrey, which is also near where Sponge is from. So he might be close.
so Sponge is going to get this.
Oh, not good for the AI here. This being my neck of the woods and such. We'll look for the 5k. I hope the AI doesn't mind. I could see this being pretty close to Holbrook.
Hope the AI
but
doesn't mind.
That easy to say. Oh, we could be after the Holbrook? No, it's not there. Maybe one of these. Yeah, because they're a bit far apart, aren't they? Really, it really felt like here, but the right angle doesn't work. I'm actually tempted to go here, but just got to find somewhere that's on a good angle. I'll just head
This
Okay,
boggles me every
was
time.
just there. Damn.
Well, it so happens that Sponge was closer, and it was the
That was
M31.
unsurprising.
However, you did get New South Wales correct. Okay, here's the next image. Let's move forward from the last one, and tell me where you think this one might be located. Specifically, the exact state, or something like that.
Okay, looking at this image, I can see that it has a distinctly European feel with the green hills, trees, and the small buildings. Based on these cues, and the look of the silos on the right, I think this image could be from somewhere in Austria. What do you think?
Well, I think that might be a good guess, but again, it's you who is making the decision, and I want a state or somewhere near a big town which I can place down on the map. You know what?
Now, he tried to do it there. He tried to do it and go, hey, no, it's your decision. But he didn't then follow it up by going, it's your decision. Which country do you think it is? Do you think Austria's right? He carried it on by going, which state, which area do you think it is? Which passively means he's agreed that it's Austria. He's automatically said, oh, you're right then. Because if somebody says, oh yeah, I really, I think this place is America. Do you think it's America? Well, it's up to you. Which state do you think it is? They've just told you they think it's America. Same as with he's just done with Austria. So again, I do not think this is on purpose, but I think he's he's seeing things that are far more obvious to him. He's assuming AI knows something. And then he's not quite got it there. I don't know. Again, let me know in the comments below. I don't know whether I'm being too harsh here, but I think that this is not a true test. I think when we saw it from Rainbolt, we saw a far better testing because it wasn't, he wasn't breaking it down as much like that. I think if anything, this needs to be someone who isn't a pro that does it. I actually think this would be a perfect one for him to collab with Jack Sucks at Geography and have Jack control the AI, because Jack is much lower level, so his automatic thoughts wouldn't necessarily come through. He would go with the AI. Whereas I think Zigzag isn't doing that.
What I'm saying, somewhere which I can easily identify, which you have guessed, an exact point. AI broke. Okay, that's good.
This location seems to be in the vicinity of Slovenia. Would you like to try to guess the specific locality?
Yes, could you please just tell me which of the bigger towns it's...
Okay, so this literally proves my point. The AI can change its mind. This actively proves my point. It said Austria. It then broke, looked at it again and went, I think this is in Slovenia. So this is the point I made, that Zigzag is allowing it to be pushed in a certain direction. Oh, New South Wales. Yeah, which state? Which is the biggest... Sorry, not which state. Which is the biggest city? Oh, between the Midwest and Saskatchewan. Oh, I'm going to put it in Saskatchewan. Whereabouts? Whereas this has literally just shown that you give it 2 different moments and it will change its mind to a completely different fucking country. Like, I'm not being crazy here, right? Like, somebody please back me up on this. He is, and I'm not angry about it. Like, I'm very animated. That's just what I am. I've had a lot of energy drink and tea. That's the energy drink for the English. But I just want there to be a very direct, straightforward one of these. And I think Jack Sucks at Geography with him would be a way better way of doing it. Like, am I alone in that?
going to be closest to. It doesn't have to be the exact place, just somewhere I can put my marker where it will be nearby to the correct answer.
The closest major city to the location in the image is likely Ljubljana, which is the capital of Slovenia.
Yeah,
tricky one between Austria and Slovenia. Obviously, the bollards being the same. Just going to guess in between the two of them, straight up.
And
I put my marker down and guessed Ljubljana.
So what we're gonna see
Let's see
here.
where Sponge guessed to see who got more points. Oh, and it was actually in Austria.
So the correct location was near Vienna.
so that's interesting because he actually then allowed it to be wrong. So his initial thing, as I said, because he had said, I mean, he had backed up passively that it was Austria, and clearly it could change its mind to the wrong country. But originally he clearly knew it was Austria. So you see what I mean? He was directing it, whether on purpose or not. He was directing it the second time out and he didn't. And he gave him the wrong country. You see what I mean? It's not going to be perfect like that every time. So that America, Saskatchewan, America and Canada.
In Austria. Would you like to play again?
Yes, here's the next image. This one's much more rural. Can you please tell me the exact state or territory which I should guess based on what you can see here?
Based on the landscape and the appearance of the road, I believe this image was taken in Hungary. Does that help you with your game?
Yes, and now could you tell me which major town I should guess near in Hungary? Because I don't know all the names of the provinces.
This is better.
So just tell me where to go.
The
This is more
closest
specific.
major city to that location in Hungary would be Budapest.
Okay, this could be a big round. Sponge might not know the country. You've gone for Hungary. I quite like the Hungarian guess. I was also considering Bulgaria though, but I think Hungary might be the best option indeed. So let's see.
Oh my.
I mean, looking at
I
that,
don't know.
I know Bulgarian countryside way better than I do Hungarian. It doesn't look... Oh, I don't know. If it was Bulgarian, I feel like there'd be more elevation to the landscape. But that's obviously not the entire country. But yeah, Hungary could be a good one. I don't have a guess for this at all. But if between the two that have been mentioned, Hungary makes more sense because I think Bulgaria is more elevated. But again,
Blue on this one actually. Maybe the US. Maybe Argentina. The
Oh,
road looks
very
really strange
different
for the
then.
US, but I'm probably gonna just go in.
Oh,
I can see
okay. So this is the
Argentina.
round that screws
There's
him.
nothing
Okay.
for me to go off of here.
Or could you
My
imagine
goodness.
if he's like...
Oh my god.
There we go.
And there we go.
And
Well,
Just if proof was needed that I am amusingly average at this, I can see that fucking marker is Bulgaria. And I literally said, I know Bulgarian countryside more than I do Hungarian. Oh, God, this is why I need to practice more. But I was in Lithuania all last week. And I was in Lithuania and in Užupis, because I recognise Užupis. So if you see in the background, there's a Užupis Euro Azaz. Užupis currency. So that's where I was last week. So I travel so often, and it really does screw me up, I swear. Oh, God, that's actually annoyed me. I have so many pictures of me in the countryside and me out in the wilderness in Bulgaria. Fuck God damn.
Whilst Bulgaria, you've actually beaten Sponge, who has guessed the United States there. So you take the win.
Oh wow, it looks like you won. Congratulations on your victory.
Okay, there we go. That was Gemini's win against a champion-rated player. Let's go talk to Sponge to see how he thought the game went down, and then we might head into another one here, but let's see what Sponge thought of that one. GG, Sponge. What did you think of the game?
GG's. I mean, it was a good game. That last round really puzzled me.
Was a toughie.
Gemini played pretty well.
Yeah, so the first one, that was a very standard Sweden. You both got the vibe. Next one, though, it was the Canada, which was a very tough round.
And that's
I
one
can
that annoyed
definitely
me.
appreciate
Dude,
why you went US
Canada
there.
got me, man.
Yeah.
Not annoys me.
The
but, you know.
Bolivia. I knew the AI was going to get that wrong for some reason. It was the red soil.
Yeah, you can just tell.
Hey, I clearly went for the same
It's so
fucking logic as
distinctive to
me.
Geoguessr players, but yeah, for an AI,
Yeah.
not so easy. The New South Wales, obviously, I knew you were going to get the road there, but Gemini did not do a bad job there, I would say.
Nah, it was
Specifically
actually a nice
said
get.
It said Austria initially, then it glitched, and I had to restart it, and then it said Slovenia on the Austrian one.
Ooh,
And then, of
interesting.
course, it said Hungary there. I thought Bulgaria myself, but I thought Hungary was also a good option.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't have guessed either, by the way. I wouldn't have known Hungary or Bulgaria. I was just going off the two options I was given. I would have said Hungary over Bulgaria from the two options I was given. But I'm still irritated by the fact that I have so many pictures of me in the wilderness, in the... of the... I need to learn to shut me fucking mouth, don't I? Just proving, if proof was needed, that I have come a long way. I've come from like an average of about 9,000 to an average of about 15, 16,000. Like, I've come a long way on Geoguessr, but Jesus, some of these still fuck me up.
yeah, US is also I can see why you guessed that for sure.
Yeah, I must have been tweaking on that one because I thought Argentina as a second guess.
I can see that too, yeah. Shall we run it back once on the Australia map?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
what I'm
Australia
thinking here,
only
because
map.
That's your
Okay.
area of
No wonder.
expertise. Now we're really going to test it to see if it's...
Yeah, really put it against the test.
Okay, so if Zigzag plays this properly, then this will be a very, very, a much truer test, I feel. Like, AI, because of that massive disparity in the last guess, would have won there, even with the Canada America, I think, because it was, you know. But this would be an interesting one because Australia, Sponge is one of the best players in the world at Australia. And if Zigzag only sticks to state, province, whatever, then, and he's not directing it, which is far, I don't think he would be as much here, this will be a better test.
Test.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, I like it.
Okay, well, Sponge, good luck on the Australia one. This one's for your dignity. I think it should be your win. We'll see.
If I lose, that is well played to Gemini. That's
I
all
love
can
that this
say.
is for your
All right,
dignity.
good luck. Hi, Gemini. We're playing Geoguessr. You're going to have to guess the image and try and get closer than my friend Sponge, okay?
It sounds like you are playing Geoguessr, where you will try to guess
Geoguessr.
locations in images better
Geoguessr
than your
and now
friend Sponge.
Geoguessr.
Exactly right. We're playing on the Australia only map, so it's only going to be places in Australia.
Do
And I
let me
want
know
you
what
to
the
tell
audio is
me
like,
to
by the way. I
nearest
think my
town
audio is working,
where I
but
should
you
be guessing.
never
So tell me
goddamn
the
know
state
with this.
And the nearest town, okay?
Am I
Sure.
too loud?
The
Is
state
it
you're
too
in
loud?
is
Is it too
South
quiet? Am I
Australia,
too quiet?
and the nearest town is likely Peak.
Could you tell me where Peak is relative to the town of Clare, which is in the center of the screen right now?
Peak is located to the southeast of Clare on the map.
Okay.
Dude, this is gonna be embarrassing if I lose. I feel like the AI just doesn't have anything to go off. Wait, do I have anything to go off? Wait a second.
I'm I feel like that would be everyone playing AI there. It's like, hey, the AI has nothing to go off. Wait, do I? I love that.
It's getting in my head. It's getting in my head. I would just go Y here. It's kind of free. I'm starting to wonder whether I've 5K'd actually. With the orange soil, it should be somewhere in WA.
Okay.
Holy crap. That's actually embarrassing. That's actually horrific. What a start.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
Wow.
You actually were closer than Sponge on the first one.
Way
It was
closer.
indeed South Australia.
Great job. It looks like you won the first round. Would you like to tell me about round 2?
And that
Here
was
we go.
definitely down to
You can
AI.
see the image here. Can you tell me which is the state and which larger town you expect it to be near? That's just so I can find where you want to put it on the map.
Okay, this looks like Western Australia, and I'd say the larger town you'd be near is probably Meekatharra.
Okay, I've put my marker down in
That's
Meekatharra.
a
I think this one
cool
will be
sounding
further
name.
south, but let's see where Sponge guesses.
This one should be a stronger. It's so free. Wait, is it free? The bot is actually in my head. Surely it's. Yeah.
This is
Like,
bugging him
what if
because he
it's
knows
in
he knows the area
Victoria
best.
With the thin road, it's 50-50. Thin road east-west. Okay, all good, all good.
Okay,
That's-
so
that's,
he's way closer there. Okay.
Whew.
He just got
It
screwed by
was
that
near
first round.
Dongara, and he did 2,000 points of damage to us.
It seems that Sponge was closer this round. Would you like to go on to the next round?
Absolutely. Here's the next round. Could you tell me which road specifically you think?
I feel like this
is
is
gonna
one
be?
you would know
Because it
if you
appears we're on a
covered them.
highway somewhere here.
This appears to be on the Stuart Highway in the Northern Territory of Australia.
Could you tell me which town it's likely to be near? For example, maybe Devonport, Elliot, Mataranka, Alice Springs. Where do you think?
I believe you're most likely near Alice Springs.
Oh my god. Sick of these rounds, man. Nah, this one's okay. This is 80 Mile Beach, give or take a few miles. Really recognizable to a human. So we're going just shy of northeast. I reckon we're just here, I suppose. We
Okay.
might see more trees if we were here, so maybe I just adjust it
So he
down
reckons
the road a little
this
bit.
is- this
We
is
could
very
be at
different, right?
80 Mile Beach itself, I suppose. But it's been a while since I got the location here, I'll be honest. So I'm just going to put it up more north where the road angle fits. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew the
very
ball would
different.
struggle. I knew. GG.
I think it might be maybe towards Broome here, so this could be huge damage, and
Yep.
it is, and that actually might be enough there because that is huge. It is. Sponge takes the comeback.
So I kind of feel like this proves my point. When Zigzag didn't actively engage it in saying in just backing up the country, like he did for Austria, that then glitched, or that he went forward towards Canada rather than America. When he just said state and town, AI lost, and lost quickly. Like that, yeah, it had a good first round, but then got destroyed. Like the next two rounds were not even close, especially not this round. So it really does feel to me like AI is nowhere near as good as Zigzag is making it look. Like, again, please let me know your thoughts, because there's so many. I know because, hey, the play-alongs. I look to the play-alongs, all right? We'll do another play-along at some point, by the way. We will do another play-along. I will make sure the play-along is in there. I may even do it as an extra video on a Friday. But I've seen the play-alongs. I am literally, ironically, I'm average. I'm dead center of you lot. Like, I know there's a decent amount of you out there that are better players than me. So let me know your thoughts on this. Am I just, like, I feel like I'm being justified in this.
Victory there. Oh my goodness, it looks like Sponge has gotten his revenge there, Gemini.
It seems that you lost
Very
to
much so.
Sponge. You were playing Geoguessr. Would you like to play
Geoguessr.
again, or do you want to try a different game?
Okay, interesting commentary there from Gemini, but Sponge gets the win after just 3 rounds. So let's go talk to him and congratulate him on his victory there. Spongy Wongy, well done there.
Yo, GG. I got really scared after that first round. That was a cook, man. That was orange soil. Oh, man.
That was definitely an impressive guess. I mean, I don't know, like, how the Gemini got that, but impressive stuff. Next 2 guesses, I mean, understandable on the WA. Maybe the Northern Territory guess was kind of bad. So,
Yeah. I knew the bot wouldn't get 80 Mile Beach.
yeah.
It's too human to recognize a road like that.
And the bot does not no car meta after all, which was also helpful there. But yeah, Spongy, I would say thank you so much for joining me. Maybe we will see another rematch on the world map. Maybe you can go for glory next time if this video.
Oh my.
is,
I think it needs to be
resonating with
Jack
the viewers. Any last
versus
message to
Oscar.
the people, Sponge?
The bot made some damn good guesses. Obviously, a couple blunders. I would say I don't think it's a very good cheating tool. I don't think it's going to be very consistent. Takes a while too.
Yeah, it takes some time, that's right, to actually get the bot to spit out. And as Spongy says, you are not allowed to use this in duels, nor would it probably be very effective, but regardless, you're not allowed to use it, so do not.
Not necessarily have Zigzag
Okay,
giving
Sponge,
you a thing.
thank you so much for being my guinea pig in this game.
Ah, no
And,
worries.
GG's.
GG's to Gemini.
Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in a video very soon. Till next time, and goodbye.
Okay, so I think I've had my say then. I think it's quite clear what I think. I think it's a really good tool if you're Zigzag. Like, I really want to see a third one of these, but I want Jack Sucks at Geography to be taking on Zigzag, and Jack to be controlling the AI. I think we're getting a way better representation of what AI is actually capable of there. Because the second the kind of extra help from Zigzag was taken away, it lost quick. So, I don't know. I don't think Zigzag was doing it on purpose, but I think there's clearly some help going on there. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. I know this is a long one, but it was a longer video from Zigzag, and I wanted to interact with it, obviously. But I hope you enjoyed that. And I will be back on Wednesday, of course, continuing the 2024 World Cup challenges. So let's see who I take on next. I'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks, everyone.